Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome back to This Week in Dioramas. I am your host, TechChucker. If you aren't familiar with how this show operates, every week I go through Instagram looking for the coolest looking dioramas, and I showcase them right here on the show. If you would like to be showcased in a future episode, all you gotta do is upload your diorama pictures to Instagram and tag them with the hashtag This Week in Dioramas. We got an awesome showcase lined up for you, as always, but before we do that, we need to reveal the winner of the Fire Hydrant Hand Sculpt Challenge. You guys did an amazing job. I hope after the debacle of me missing a couple of your entries, I hope that you guys are still quite satisfied with the challenge and how it went. I'm still on the hunt for whose fault it is. It cannot be mine. It has to be someone else's. So let me know if you figure out who the culprit is, and we'll track them down and we will flog them with a wet noodle or something. Anyway, we need to reveal who the winner is of the Fire Hydrant Sculpt Challenge. So let's just jump into it right now. We will go ahead and tell you who had the most votes. Your winner of the Fire Hydrant Hand Sculpt Challenge is Arthur Carlos Tupas. Congratulations, you did an amazing job. Everybody did an amazing job. I'm so proud of all of you, and I'm proud of our winner. You just did an absolutely amazing job. The public have spoken, the people have spoken, they have chosen their victor, they have chosen their gladiator, who will now get a $20 Amazon gift card from me. I will reach out to you either on Instagram or Facebook. We'll figure everything out. If you aren't from the United States and Amazon does not ship to where you are, we'll get that figured out as well. But thank you again to everybody who participated. Thank you to everybody who voted. And be on the lookout for the next challenge. It's going to happen after the first of the year, just so that we're avoiding the whole holiday hustle and bustle and whatnot. And we'll get that going. The end of season 4 is nigh. It's so close, but we're not going to take as big of a break as I typically would. Oftentimes it would be almost a 3-month or more break for the next season. Season 5 is going to start hopefully in January, quite early, probably the second week of January. And the last episode of season 4 is probably going to happen just around Christmas. So keep on using the hashtag This Week in Dioramas. Make sure that on Instagram you go follow the hashtag. It's we've got well over 20,000 posts now that have used that hashtag, and that is just absolutely amazing. And so that means definitely go follow it, because there's no way that I can showcase everything that winds up getting posted, and there's so much amazing work that you need to be following it. It's a great tag for you to be able to see amazing dioramas. And if you see a diorama creator that isn't using the hashtag and has never been showcased on this show before, please let them know about the show, so that way then they can start using the hashtag and I can showcase some of their work. And speaking of showcases, let's not waste any more of your time. Let's jump on into this week's showcase. All right, we're gonna start this showcase off with this piece coming from Barthism Diorama. Let's see if I hover over if it gives me a different name. Nope, Barthism Diorama. So let's see. It's a work in progress, but what I've seen so far already looks absolutely so amazing. I love the stonework on here. Let's see, textures and pre-painting complete. Now it's time for details, moss, lichen grass, etc. So I really can't wait to see what this is going to look like once you've gotten all the grasses and whatnot on here. But the stonework alone just looks so incredible. So hopefully, if any of you are really new to dioramas, you can see that doing the stonework alone can really look awesome. And then whenever this person finishes this diorama and you see the extra mile with the extra, little grasses and mosses and whatnot, and how it's going to make this thing pop, that's just going to be absolutely stunning. But look at the detail. I love how these stairs, you can tell that there's tons of age, because this bottom step is so worn that it's almost coming right into the ground. And I love that look. The paint looks so good on these stones. It's just, dang. Okay, so here's a little bit of moss on here, and this just makes it look 100 times better, and it looked amazing before. So I'm just really impressed, and I cannot wait to see what this thing looks like when it is absolutely complete. So great job. I hope that you will tag this with the hashtag This Week in Dioramas when it is done. Christmas is right around the corner, and that means that everybody needs to be getting gifts. You need to get gifts for your friends and family, and your friends and family need to get gifts for you. Why not consider some This Week in Dioramas merchandise? Go to my website and check out all the gear that we've got for This Week in Dioramas. Get yourself a sweatshirt or a t-shirt, or maybe an awesome mug or tumbler or whatever. Go peruse the selection and see what you like and put it on your wish list. Or maybe it's on the wish list of one of your friends and family. I have no idea how quickly they're gonna ship, but it will ship at some point. So get out there, get your order in as soon as possible. I've lowered the prices down as much as I possibly can, so that way then you and your friends and family can take advantage of This Week in Dioramas gear. So with that, from my family to yours, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. All right, next, this is coming from Dioramas Tom. So this is his first work for a movie, a feature film. That is amazing. I absolutely love it. I love seeing when some of you guys get some recognition for your work and you can get some true professional benefit out of the work. And this church looks really good. I love the paint apps that you've got right up along here. The weathering looks so very nice. Look at this. This is so cool. I wonder what kind of shot this is going to be for what movie. It just looks so incredible. Look at that. We've got a little silhouette of a person, got the clock in there. This is just really cool looking. And you know, it doesn't have the windows or anything like that. It still looks so good. I think you did a great job with it. Congratulations on being able to have your work used in a movie. I mean, that's pretty awesome. So this is the movie, Deuce. And so it must be, is this in Brazil? I'm not really sure. So let's see. Okay, we can read the description. Never imagined that my hobby would reach the cinema screens. Very happy with the invitation to make this diorama for the film Deuce, Brazil. So God is Brazilian. Part 2, the specific scene will have a fire and a lot of destruction. It was a huge challenge to create this diorama because it is a street that exists in reality and the 1/75th scale that I'd never worked before. Can't wait to see my name in the movie's credits. Thank you to all who likes and follows my work. That is absolutely amazing. You should be so proud to be a part of something like that. It's just so cool. So I'm proud of you. I think that's just so awesome. So great job. And, I'm doubting that I'm going to have the opportunity to see the movie myself, but if I can at least see a shot from it or a scene from it with your diorama, that would be super cool. All right, next, coming from my friend Vasco Toys. He is one of the other admins from the Diorama HQ Facebook page. So if you haven't already, make sure that you go to Facebook and join the Diorama HQ. We just got past 8,000 members, which is awesome. Super excited about that. It's a great place to be able to share your work, all of that jazz. But let's talk about this diorama first, because I think you did a great job on this. Love the brickwork. Really love these windows. They're so cleanly done. And you know what I really like about this is the fact that this middle square of 4 has this slightly wider frame around it. I really dig that. And that could be because in real life, this middle 4 pane might be able to tilt open. That's something that I like seeing, the realism. And I love seeing that you've got this portion of the wall for each of these sunk in. So that way then you get a little more texture, a little more depth to it. And it just makes it pop that much more. We got a nice poured concrete wall here. The floor looks awesome. It's just a great display piece to be able to put your action figures in front of, have some cool pictures, or just put it up on the shelf and have it displayed. I really like these drums and the stands that you have for them just looks really, really cool. So great job on this as always. Next, coming from my friend El Chombo Customs. He is quite the proficient and prolific diorama creator. He's always creating really creative pieces, and this piece is definitely very creative. So let's see, my Hasbro Pulse HasLab Galactus custom diorama is finally here. I poured my heart and soul into the making of this diorama and logged so many hours of creation making this project on my YouTube channel. So he has a YouTube channel, go check him out. He's just got a chill personality, and he's fun to just sit down, crack a beer or cup of coffee or whatever, sit down and watch as he's working on his dioramas in his videos, or when he pulls out the congas and plays a little tune, does a little dance. I enjoy this guy. He's a lot of fun. And look at this. This is with Galactus in it. This is an absolutely epic scene. I mean, so incredible. I love this piece so much. You did a great job, and this is very specific for a display. And I mean, this is going to be an absolute focal point for your collection, and I'm proud of you. This is amazing. I think you did an amazing job. Look at the debris on there. It's so good looking, and it accents this action figure so incredibly well. So absolutely great job, buddy. You really nailed it with this. Next, coming from Mylan Eat Zombie. So if I hover over Mylan, oh geez, I'm gonna get this wrong. Noin? I don't know if I got that close. I hope I did. So let's see, this sweet pink back is of 224 King Street. I still love that chain, and I geekishly chuckled when I took that shot of the building on the recycling bin, since my work is made of mostly card and paper and a tiny bit of plastic from recycling. Working on the commissions at the moment, but you can't wait to get back to working on King Street Newtown buildings for my solo show with M Contemporary next year. Please send them a DM or email to put on my mailing list to hear about available works and upcoming shows. So this guy does some really realistic work, and it's very, very small scale. Look at how small that is. That whole building fits almost in the palm of his hand, but it really just matches the actual building. That is so incredible. I love it. Look at all the details. It's really hard to see all the details, but you can see here there's little bits of grass, and on his there's little bits of grass as well. It's so incredible. The level of detail on it is so good. So great job as always. This next one is coming from the Shadow Gallery 718 out of Brooklyn, New York. Pop Fuzz. I'm not sure what Pop Fuzz is. Made this custom graffiti dio sign for my friends over at Pop Fuzz NYC. Sean and Allison, a mom and pop store in Brooklyn, have to support our local businesses, so show some love. I love this. I think that's fun when we can make pieces for someone that's close to us or somebody that we know, and this really looks cool. So I'm guessing this might be some sort of a logo for a local shop, and it just looks awesome. It's so much fun. I love the city skyline right here. There's just so many cool little details throughout here. It looks awesome. I love the paint apps with this little burst that you've got the little robot guy sitting right in the middle. It just looks so cool. You got a little one of those little wind up things that are right here from the back of a toy. You got a little arm sort of thing coming out. It just looks so fun. I think you did a great job with it. Here it is up on display. That is awesome. I really dig this. Yeah, and then I think it's got some lights where it's flashing here. This is awesome. Look at that eye painted so nicely with the little veins coming in. Dang, dude, you did a great job. I hope that they are really, really pleased with this because it looks awesome. This next one has some really nice detail. It's coming from DB Dioramas 719. It's a destroyed house diorama for Marvel Legends. Could be any sort of action figures, but this looks so good. I love the color tone that you use for the walls, kind of a creamish, maybe it was white, but now because of all the weathering and damage, it has either faded or changed color, or it was faded, you know, whatever. It looks awesome. I love that color. It really looks good. And then you weathered it very nicely. There's some streaking coming down. It's darkened down by the bottom here where the water that would have been leaking in would have started pooling up more. It's probably getting kind of rotten. And then we've got some debris and what have you on the ground. If you are a new diorama creator, if you're going to create damaged pieces, then you need to consider where is the debris going to go. It's not going to just disappear. So add some debris to your dioramas, and that's just going to bring that thing out into life even more. So we've got some rubble here, probably blocks from or chunks from the ceiling, which looks to be some sort of concrete. So that's awesome. We got some boards that have broken down, and then you've got some wires that are hanging down. It just looks really cool. I love the timber that you've got there. Really, really nicely done. I think you just nailed it. This window looks awesome. Great job. It's gonna look awesome with some action figures like Iron Man. All right, this next one really caught my attention. It's coming from Captain Bravo, Brandon David. So this is Dragon Ball Z Light Up Diorama, Goku and Krillin summoning Shenron. It's for sale, so DM if you are interested. This has a real epic feel to it. So we've got this big giant rock formation that they're both standing on. We've got some trees around it, and then this really cool cloud formation that are smoke that's around the dragon. It's so cool. You guys know, if you've been watching for any amount of time, I've not watched any Dragon Ball Z. I don't know anything about it, but I'm really intrigued by it, and I need to get into actually watching it at some point so I know what the heck is going on. But this display is really cool. I love the fact that you've got this nice smattering of gray and moss. It really breaks it up and makes it look realistic. And then, of course, the smoke that's going around them, and it looks like you customize these little figures as well. Very, very cool. This is a great looking display. I love the light that you've got inside the smoke to make it look like there's fire, and it's just, oh, it looks awesome. You can see the action happening in it. So great job on this piece. This next one is coming from Sage JDG. You all voted for the theme, and now it is here. I didn't vote. I didn't see a vote. I didn't get a chance. I probably would have voted for this theme though, because this looks so good. It looks so good. So let's see. New D12 size Japanese anime inspired Dio build. 14 inches wide, 11 inches deep, 14.5 inches tall. All handmade from foam? Jeez. Foam. Minus the statues. These are repainted toys, ready to show off your favorite figures or set up that fighting game photo set. $300 shipped in the US. It may or may not be available still. This looks awesome. It's very cleanly done. Love the walls. They look so clean, looking great with the accent pieces here. This roof looks stunning. I love it. I love the way that that turned out. And this little accent, you can see these little, they'd be like little brass or gold plated pieces or whatever, or copper, and it looks absolutely amazing. This base here, the stone looks awesome. You can see the tiles. That is really, really nicely done. I mean, this guy always just nails it with the paint apps, and I don't know how he puts together so many pieces so quickly, but I mean, the work is always top notch. Look at that door. So many little details painted on here, sculpted on. Looks awesome. Whoever buys this is really going to be pleased with it, and it's going to really pop on your display shelf. So give them a consider if it's still, still available. Otherwise, people that are watching that maybe you're not a diorama creator, but you really need some display ideas or need a display, hit up some of these creators in their DMs, and maybe you can work out a commission and get something really amazing like this made for you. This piece is coming from Tough World. So Paul Taus, and this is, let's see, The Descent, finished and available now. DM for Info will not be going on Etsy as my website is almost ready to launch. So this is a really cool looking piece. I'm not sure, it looks like it must be 1/24th scale. So that's a pretty good size. I really like this. So it's one of those kind of shadow box framed in sort of pieces, and it's coming to life, coming out of the piece, and it looks awesome. I love these pieces where you can hang it up on a wall, and the stonework looks awesome. It looks so realistic. Look at this little bit of weathering that you've got. It's so good. There's been water that probably comes down and flows down after a rain. There's some nice foliage in here, a nice little tree that's kind of just trying to reach for life right in there. And then this little truck, the paint apps on here look so good with the rust, dirt, all of that. It just looks so natural and so incredible. I love the way that this turned out. You really nailed it. It's a fun piece. It's unique. And yeah, I just can't say more good things about it because it looks so incredible. All of the details with the little plant life. And look at that. You can see this isn't just the little plants. There's little like red flowers almost in it. Dang, that is detail. Awesome job. This next one is coming from Kraken's Customs. Coming fresh off the table and at the start of my 2-week staycation is this salon storefront commissioned by Darth Matter Art and will be shipping out. Hope you enjoy. This looks awesome. Brickwork is on point. It looks great. I love that you've got a couple of bricks missing. This sign really pops. It really does work very, very well. You did a great job. It's just so clean looking. We got an AC unit up here, some nice pipe work. All of this is just coming together to look very, very good. And down here, I love the fact that there's, a different type of material. It's not all brick. Breaks it up, gives it more character. The door looks awesome. You got a couple of little rust lines right there. That is awesome. I'm really digging it. Look at that. Look at that. You got a valve on there to give it even more detail. That's incredible. I love it. Love it. Dang, dude, you've really stepped up from the first time I ever saw you create a diorama to now. I mean, it's so cool to see the progression from some of you with your skill, and this is just so cleanly done. I love the fact that you got a little light. I saw up here, right here. So this must be one of those little bullet lights that you can get, and I'll put a link to them in the description below if anybody's interested in trying to get into lighting. And I love the fact that you use the sign to kind of hide it so that at what would be eye level or below, you're not going to see it. And then also, I didn't even notice this. You've got these little hanging blinds. Dang, that's awesome. Even more detail. Great job, dude. All right, coming from our friend Mr. C5050, he just can't get away from these epic pieces. And this is the Great Hall. It's 4.5 feet wide, 3 feet deep by 3 feet tall. Think about that. That is absolutely huge. This is a playset, not just a diorama. Over 250 hours build time spread amongst 10 weeks, 2,500 hand-carved and hand-painted blocks. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink for that. Holy crap. Over 200 magnets used. 200 magnets. Keep your metal away from this piece. It's gonna come flying at it. Over 20 2 by 2 foot sheets of foam. Dang, dude. It's incredibly awesome wall mounted. Oh, it's wall mounted and freestanding oh, okay. I was like, how is this gonna be wall mounted? Okay, let's back up. The incredibly awesome wall mounted and freestanding torches are from the very talented Carva Customs. So all these little light sconces and whatnot. So another big one is in the books. I've wanted to build a large section of a castle for quite some time now. You guys can read all of that. Make sure that you go to everybody's profiles, give them a like, a follow, all of that. But look how much there is in this. It's so incredible. And this dude, he knows how to paint stone, and he knows how to get wood to look like wood. Look at how realistic this looks with the cast iron metal on there. It looks so absolutely incredible. Wow, this is so epic. Look how clean it is. It's so perfect. So absolutely freaking perfect, dude. How How? I mean, how it is 250 hours. That's how. Dang, this is so clean. It is so perfect looking. Imagine if you had a huge set of Mythic Legions. You could have them all displayed in here with tons of extra room. Just, it's so incredible. Whoops, and then I went too far. Dang, dude. That's so epic. Awesome job to everybody. Thank you to everybody that used the hashtag This Week in Dioramas. If you haven't used the hashtag, by all means, make sure that you start using it. And again, thank you to everybody for posting up your work and sharing it with the community. Alrighty, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, all that jazz. And also go to Facebook, join the Diorama HQ. We are just shy of 8,000 members now. It is a fast growing group, and it is all because of you guys. And there's a lot of amazing showcases that are being shared right there. And it's also a great place if you have questions, need to know how to do a particular technique, you see someone's work and you're like, wow, that is amazing. How do you do it? That's a great place to ask your questions. Again, make sure that you are following the hashtag This Week in Dioramas on Instagram. Best way to be able to make sure that you're seeing all the amazing diorama work that's happening throughout the world. And what else do we need to remind you of? I think that's about it. So keep working on those dioramas, hit that like button, and have a great weekend. I will see you guys next week. Stay safe, everybody.